Hello, it's weekend astrology time and it's Friday the 13th. Ooh, there is a number to think about, isn't it? We've got some minor alignments, we've got some major stuff going on as well. So let's take a look at the weekend ahead in astrology. I'm Andy, thanks for joining me. The moon is in Scorpio now. She's been there since yesterday, Thursday the 12th, and she will be there. Just checking my book to make sure I've got it. It's a great book, by the way. Llewellyn's 2020 Astrological Planner. They do it every year. It's always a good one. And right, so we got that Scorpio moon through until Saturday when she's going to enter Sagittarius. That's going to be 4:09 Eastern. Sorry, no, it's not. It's going to be 4:09 Pacific, 7:09 a.m. On the east coast of the States and Canada, 4 hours later in Europe, because you guys in the States and Canada are on daylight saving time and we are not until the end of March yet. So things a bit different there. Tricky time with the moon in Scorpio, okay? So that's going to be the case right through today into the early hours of tomorrow. Emotionally difficult, jealousy, greed, that kind of thing. And the colours of the world tend to turn black and white. You know, you're either one thing or another under a Scorpio moon in most people's estimation. There's kind of no middle ground. Well, there's always middle ground, so do look for it, guys. That's the thing to do. Great time for anything where you've got to really intensely go at something and give it your full effort. At the same time, emotions are powerful and they tend to run quite high. We will get past that though. We'll get into the Sagittarius moon on Saturday the 14th, and that is going to make all the difference. It's really going to open things up. People are going to be much more likely to see kind of positive possibilities in things that may or may not happen, and that's going to drive things forward and it's going to be positive. Okay, so the moon right now as we go into the weekend is 81% waning on the way down. We had that full moon in Virgo, very intense time really on Monday the 9th of March. Things have quietened down quite a lot from that because the moon, when it's in a waning phase, the energy is going lower and lower all the time. We really notice the lunar energy kind of not disappearing, but it kind of takes a back seat in life once she reaches third quarter, and that's coming up on the 16th, so that's actually not until Monday. That's going to be 9:34 a.m. UTC, so 4 hours before that Eastern, 7 hours before that Pacific. I'm confused because of daylight saving time, forgive me. Right now, as we actually go into the weekend, the sun is sextile Pluto, and that kind of goes quite well with the Scorpio thing, really. Well, it inflates the Scorpio thing anyway, because it's time for investigations, cleanups, people trying to make everything as pure as they possibly can, and bringing things into new light, really, looking at things in a new way, actually renovations as well, doing things up a bit, and sharing power, so mergers might come off reasonably well at this moment. It's actually a hangover from the Virgo influence of that full moon as well, and you do feel the full moon influence for kind of really through until the next full moon. That's the way it works. So that Virgo thing is still active. Moon herself is sextile Mars at the moment. That's quite a positive alignment. Great time for anything constructive, positive thinking, physical activity, actually getting things done is what makes a difference whenever Mars is in the chart, and it's really quite positive thing with the moon sextile Mars. As long as you're willing to be active, kind of use your noggin, make decisions, that's the thing to do. Mercury out of retrograde now, but still in the post shadow, so we could still see kind of things being a bit glitchy around travel, transport, communication, and that would include electronics, that would include the internet. That is probably something to do with why most of your favourite YouTube creators don't seem to have uploaded anything, even though it's the weekend. So nervous energy aside, because Mercury sort of not retrograde anymore, but still, Mercury retrograde, she appears to go backwards through the sky, and then when she stations direct, she's going forwards again, which is the case now, but she has to build up speed, and it's not till the 29th of March that she's going full speed ahead, okay? So with Mercury like that and being void in Aquarius, there's kind of nervous energy behind things. We're still looking at schedules falling apart. We're still looking at communications failing, that kind of thing. It's only a potential. I'm not saying those things will happen, but it's something we've got to be aware of as we go through the weekend. Venus sextile Neptune at the moment, compassion, artistic creativity, excuse me, that kind of thing. And spiritual inclinations come out, you know. It can be a good time for love interests as well, romantic interests. Maybe you will meet the one of your dreams, or maybe if you've already met the one of your dreams, you'll get some sense out of them this weekend. It's looking quite a good weekend for love since we're going in that way. Okay, Mars, sextile Neptune, Jupiter conjunct Pluto, Saturn void in Capricorn, Uranus void in Taurus, Neptune void in Pisces, Pluto void in Capricorn. So as we go further out into the universe beyond Mars, there's a lot of void planets going on. And that just means that they've moved out of one sign and they're moving into another one. So things are difficult to call there. That's great really though, because it means things could go either way, and that is such a positive thing, because that really allows positive things to happen, and it means nothing is really written in letters of stone at this moment. Okay, today, Friday the 13th of March, the North Node, the true node of the Moon, is in 4 degrees Cancer at the moment, and that is square Chiron, the wounded healer. So you've got the compassion of Cancer kind of going forward, because the North Node, the true node, is all about going forward. It's all about the future, so focus is on the future in that sense. And being square Chiron, we're looking at not exactly a clash, but the healing side of people can be misunderstood, can be misrepresented. Okay, that's just the case today, Friday the 13th, and maybe that's the only downside to Friday the 13th. But it can still be positive with positive thinking. That's what it's all about. Saturday the 14th, Mars in Capricorn is going to sextile Neptune. Also tomorrow, Saturday the 14th, let me see, the Sun in Pisces is going to sextile Pluto, and that could really bring some confusion there, so that's going to be fun. Mind you, Pluto is actually in Capricorn at the present time, so it's fairly grounded. It shouldn't be too difficult to find our way through things. And Sunday, March the 15th, Mercury in Aquarius, semi-sextile Saturn. Again though, Saturn's in Capricorn, so things are looking fairly grounded. After that, it's going to be next week, and I'm going to be back on Sunday with a look at the week ahead in astrology, so do join me for that. Meanwhile, thumbs up please if you've enjoyed this one. Do leave me a comment. It's great to share the journey, and it helps me to zero in on who I'm actually doing this for, which is a great thing. If you haven't had a birth chart done yet, check out any of the big astrological websites. They will actually all do you one. They're pretty good like that. Share this around social media if you can, guys. Help me get the word out. And have a fantastic weekend. I will see you again very, very soon. Peace.